Hercules is the son of Zeus, the king of the gods, and Alcmene, a mortal woman. But his birth was anything but ordinary. Zeus, known for his numerous affairs, disguised himself as Alcmene's husband, Amphitryon, to seduce her. This divine encounter led to the birth of Hercules, which didn't sit well with Hera, Zeus' wife. Hera was furious and determined to make Hercules' life as difficult as possible. Right from the cradle, she sent 2 serpents to kill him, but baby Hercules, displaying his extraordinary strength, strangled them with his tiny hands. This was just a glimpse of the incredible feats that awaited him. As Hercules grew, his strength and bravery became legendary, but his life was far from easy. Driven mad by Hera, he committed a terrible crime, killing his own wife and children. Devastated by his actions, he sought redemption. The Oracle of Delphi directed him to serve King Eurystheus for 12 years, during which he would perform 12 seemingly impossible labors. These labors were designed not just to test his strength but to break his spirit. Little did they know, Hercules was about to turn each of these trials into legends that would echo through the ages. First, let's talk about the Nemean Lion. This beast was no ordinary lion. It had a hide that was impervious to weapons. The people of Nemea lived in constant terror of this monster. When Hercules arrived, he quickly realized that his arrows and sword were useless against the lion's tough skin. So in an epic showdown, he tracked the lion to its cave and wrestled it with his bare hands, ultimately strangling it to death. With the beast defeated, he skinned it using its own claws and wore its hide as a cloak, which made him nearly invulnerable. This was Hercules' first great triumph and a testament to his unmatched strength and ingenuity. Next, we move to the murky swamps of Lerna, home to the dreaded Hydra. This creature was a serpent with multiple heads, and for each one that was cut off, 2 more would grow in its place. As if that weren't enough, its breath was poisonous. Accompanied by his loyal nephew Iolaus, Hercules ventured into the swamp. The battle was fierce. Every time Hercules decapitated a head, more would sprout. But with Iolaus' help, they devised a strategy to cauterize the necks with fire, preventing the heads from regenerating. Finally, Hercules severed the immortal head and buried it under a massive rock, ensuring the beast would never terrorize anyone again. This labor showcased not just his strength but his strategic brilliance. From the swamps, we head to the forests where the Ceryneian hind roamed. This sacred deer of Artemis had golden antlers and bronze hooves, and Hercules was tasked with capturing it alive. This was a test of patience and endurance rather than brute strength. For an entire year, Hercules tracked the hind across Greece, showcasing his incredible persistence. When he finally captured the hind, he encountered Artemis herself. She was initially angered, but Hercules' respectful explanation of his plight softened her, and she allowed him to continue with his task. This labor highlighted Hercules' respect for the divine and his unyielding determination. Next, we find Hercules on the snowy peaks of Mount Erymanthus, where the Erymanthian boar wreaked havoc. This colossal beast was known for its destructive power and fierce temper. Hercules' task was to capture it alive. Using his strength and wits, he drove the boar into a snowbank where it became stuck. The villagers, who had lived in fear of the boar, were amazed and relieved to see it subdued. Hercules' return to Mycenae with the boar was another testament to his combination of physical prowess and clever tactics. Our hero's next task might seem mundane but was anything but easy: cleaning the Augean stables. King Augeas had thousands of cattle, and their stables hadn't been cleaned in years, resulting in a staggering amount of filth. Hercules was tasked with cleaning them in a single day. Instead of using brute force, he demonstrated his ingenuity. He rerouted the rivers Alpheus and Punius to wash out the filth, completing the task effortlessly. However, when Augeas refused to honor his promise of a reward, Hercules returned later and took his revenge, ensuring justice was served. Now let's move to the Stymphalian birds, which inhabited a marsh and terrorized the surrounding countryside with their metallic feathers and lethal beaks. Hercules' task was to drive them away. Using a set of clappers given to him by Athena, he startled the birds into flight. As they took to the sky, Hercules shot them down with his arrows. This labor not only demonstrated his archery skills, but also his ability to adapt and use the tools at his disposal effectively. In Crete, Hercules faced the magnificent yet destructive Cretan bull. This beast, father of the Minotaur, was causing chaos across the island. Hercules wrestled the bull into submission and brought it back to King Eurystheus. The bull was then released, eventually ending up in Marathon, where it continued to cause trouble until it was finally dealt with. This task highlighted Hercules' ability to confront and subdue powerful creatures, regardless of their origin. In the land of Thrace, Hercules encountered the flesh-eating maras of King Diomedes. These horses were fed human flesh and were a terror to all. Hercules' approach was direct. He defeated Diomedes and fed him to his own horses, thereby taming them. This brutal yet effective solution ended the Mara's reign of terror and liberated the region from Diomedes' cruelty. Hercules' cleverness and ruthlessness in dealing with these Maras were key elements of his success. For his ninth labor, Hercules ventured into the lands of the Amazons to obtain the girdle of their queen, Hippolyta. Initially, the Amazons welcomed him, and Hippolyta even agreed to give him the girdle. However, Hera, always scheming, spread rumors among the Amazons that Hercules intended to kidnap their queen. This led to a fierce battle, where Hercules had to fight off the warrior women. Despite the chaos, he managed to secure the girdle and escape, demonstrating his ability to navigate complex social situations and emerge victorious, even when plans go awry. The 10th labor took Hercules to the distant island of Erythea, where he had to retrieve the cattle of the three-bodied giant Geryon. This journey was perilous, involving a trip across treacherous seas and scorching deserts. Upon reaching Erythea, Hercules faced Geryon in an epic battle. Using his incredible strength and archery skills, he defeated the giant and began the arduous task of herding the cattle back to Mycenae. Along the way, he faced numerous challenges, but his determination and resilience saw him through. Next, Hercules embarked on a quest to retrieve the golden apples of the Hesperides, which were guarded by a fearsome dragon and protected by the Hesperides, the daughters of Atlas. During his journey, Hercules encountered Prometheus, who was bound and tormented by an eagle. In an act of compassion, Hercules freed Prometheus, who in gratitude provided valuable advice for the quest. Hercules then found Atlas and struck a deal with him to retrieve the apples while Hercules held up the sky in his place. When Atlas tried to trick Hercules into bearing the burden permanently, Hercules cleverly convinced him to take the sky back momentarily, then quickly took the apples and left. This labor showcased Hercules' intelligence and his ability to outwit even the cunning Titan. Finally, Hercules faced his most daunting task, capturing Cerberus, the three-headed guardian of the underworld. To accomplish this, Hercules had to descend into the underworld itself, a place no living mortal dared to venture. With the help of Hermes and Athena, he navigated the perilous journey across the river Styx and through the realm of Hades. There, he encountered the souls of the dead and the fearsome Hades himself. In a tense confrontation, Hercules used his immense strength to wrestle Cerberus into submission, ultimately bringing the beast back to the surface. This final labor was the ultimate test of his courage, strength, and resilience, earning him not just the completion of his labors but eternal glory. Reflecting on the completion of these 12 labors, we see the transformation of Hercules from a tormented hero seeking redemption to a symbol of unparalleled strength and perseverance. His deeds not only impacted the ancient world, but also left a lasting legacy that continues to inspire. Each labor tested different aspects of his character, strength, intelligence, patience, and compassion, making him a well-rounded hero whose story has stood the test of time. Eventually, Hercules' immense contributions to both gods and mortals earned him a place among the gods on Mount Olympus, solidifying his status as one of the greatest heroes in Greek mythology. This tale of Hercules' 12 labors is a timeless epic that embodies the essence of heroism. It's a story that showcases the incredible feats of strength, the strategic mind, and the indomitable spirit of a hero who faced insurmountable odds and emerged victorious. Hercules' journey from a troubled mortal to a god is a powerful narrative that continues to captivate.